Hey guys, this is Mr. Decker, and this is Express Course Lesson 11, If Else with B. So far we've been making programs and debugging programs that are really only going to do the same thing every single time you run the program. Well, now we're going to learn a little bit about conditionals. Conditionals in programming mean that, like, if the background is red, just a hypothetical example, right? If the background is red, then the bee buzzes to the right. Another if statement could be like, if the background is blue, then the bee buzzes to the left. So if we set up that conditional, then it's going to do exactly what that said. So if the bee sees a blue background, it's going to go one direction. If it sees a red background, then it's going to go the opposite direction. So conditionals allow for programs to be a little bit more complex. Our essential question for this lesson is, how can you use if-then conditionals to write code that functions differently depending on the specific conditions the program encounters? It sounds complicated, but it really isn't so complicated. It's like if you're walking down the hallway and you see somebody walking the opposite direction, then typically you're going to both decide to, adjust the direction you're going or adjust your path a little bit so that you can pass by each other without bumping into each other, right? So if a person is about to bump into you, right, then you do something about it. You either change your trajectory, meaning that you change the direction you're walking just slightly at an angle so that you can move out of the way a little bit. Or if you're going to bump into each other, maybe then you stop. So if-then conditionals, right? So this entire lesson is on code.org, so make sure you're signed in with your Google account. Your grade for this lesson will be based on your programming. Watching the video that you're already watching is mandatory. Make sure you are watching it through its entirety. And best practice, as always, is to do a step in the video, pause it, and then watch me complete, and then you go ahead and complete that step on code.org. Continue until you're finished. If you can't hear videos inside my video, you can always watch it yourself on the code.org website. If you are having a difficult time with the video quality, you can see clear video playback by clicking on the gear at the bottom of this video and choosing, 720p, 1080p, whatever you prefer. All right, let's go to code.org. So that lands us on the dashboard. I'm already logged in. As you can see, if you're not logged in, then go up there, sign in, do the thing. All right, let's go to the Express course. We have so far completed the warm-up, which was the dance party. We've completed the sequencing unit, and we've completed the loops unit. Now we're heading into conditionals. So let's go to bubble 1 of if else with B. We've got a video to watch.
This is a conditional block. The code inside a conditional block runs if a condition is true. In puzzles with conditionals, we might want to check a condition like if path ahead. This code will only move forward if there is a path ahead. You can use conditionals in lots of different ways, like this or this.
So not the best video. Let's go back and look at her code. All right. So if there is corn, do pick the corn, right? If there is not corn, is it going to pick the corn? No, it's not going to pick the corn. If the actor is in a happy mood, say woohoo, right? If the actor is not in a happy mood, are they going to say woohoo? No. All right. You picking up what I'm dropping? You getting it? You got it? Okay. Bubble 2. The cloud is blocking the view. There could be a flower under this cloud. If there is a flower, the bee will need to collect the nectar once. If there is not a flower, the bee should do nothing. Take a look at the code below. What do you think will happen after you click run? Okay, so there could be a flower under the cloud. If there is a flower, the bee will collect the nectar once. Okay, so when run, repeat 3 times, move forward, so that gets it to the cloud. 1, 2, 3, right? And then if at a flower, do get nectar. So it's A option is the A option is the bee will move to the cloud and try to get the nectar no matter what. B is the bee will move to the cloud and only try to get nectar if there is a flower underneath. C, the bee will move to the cloud and then do nothing no matter what. I'm going to say B. Let's run it. Okay, we've got those lovely sound effects. We were correct, so let's continue. Bubble 3. More clouds! Check underneath every cloud to see if it is hiding a flower before you get nectar. If there is a flower underneath the cloud, the bee will need to get nectar once. Remember, not all clouds hide the same thing, okay? So we need to move him forward twice. We're trying to do this in 8 blocks, apparently. And then he's going to turn right. And then, let's see. He needs to move forward. And if at a flower, get nectar. Where is it? There it is. And we'll do that twice. And that's 8 blocks, so that should work. Let's run it. All right, very good. Continue. Bubble 4. You can only collect nectar from flowers, but you can check any space to see if there is a flower. If there is a flower under any of these clouds, the bee will need to collect nectar once. Okay, so we'll just use the repeat block, and we will move forward. And if at a flower, get nectar, right? All right, so he'll need to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Run it. Awesome. And we did it in the number of blocks allotted, 5. All right, bubble 5. In this puzzle, we know that every flower has exactly 1 nectar, but the flowers aren't spaced evenly. Get all of the nectar using as few blocks as possible. So we need to do this in 5 blocks. So even though they don't, let's do this. Even though they don't all have a flower, we're still going to do it the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because the conditional is, right, he's checking here to see if there is a flower. If there isn't a flower there, he's just going to keep moving forward, right? He's only going to get nectar if there is a flower, so we can use the same code that we used last time. Collect all of the nectar using as few blocks as possible. Ooh, okay. So he's already facing this way, so we'll just send him that way. So repeat block, move forward, get nectar. Whoop, fit flower, get nectar. And we need to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And we've got 10 blocks we're doing this in. So use the turn right, because he's going to be here. Well, turn left, sorry. then move forward twice. And then maybe nope, that's not gonna work. Where do I put the turn left? Let me pause for a second because I got some thinking to do. All right, starting over. So I need a repeat block. I'm going to repeat this twice, right? Because he needs to go all the way down here, turn left and go forward twice, and then turn left and go all the way back up. Okay. So within this repeat 2 times, he needs to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And he's going to move forward. If at a flower, get nectar. And then down here, we need to put this code. So he's going to turn left, move forward, and turn left. That should do it. Let's try it. Most excellent, sir. All right, continue. Bubble 7. Now I just want to make honey. Some of these clouds might have honeycombs under them. Be sure to check if a honeycomb is hiding behind each cloud. If there is a honeycomb, the bee will only need to make honey once. Okay. So let's see. He needs to move forward twice. Turn left. Move forward twice. So that's the movement, but he's also got to, if at honeycomb, make honey. So let's see. Let's grab a repeat block. I run this twice. If at honeycomb, make honey. He's going to, let's see. Another repeat block maybe would get this. Let's see. He needs to move forward twice. Then turn left. Oh, okay. I think I'm figuring this out. Maybe, hopefully. Let's run that and see if it works. Sort of. There might be a better solution, though. Let me replay that. I did it in 7 blocks. Let me see if there's a better solution for this. Just a sec. All right, so another way to do this, while this did work, I'm going to show you some code that might be a little simpler. So repeat 2 times, and we're just going to move forward. If at a honeycomb, make honey, and then turn left. Oop. So the way this is going to run is he's going to move forward. If at honeycomb, make honey, then turn left. Then it'll go zoop back up to the top and run this sequence again. Move forward. If at honeycomb, make honey, turn left, right? So this also works, but this code is a little bit more complicated because it has a nested loop in it. So let's run this. right? Replay. This also works. Right. Reset, run. And so it's changing. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. I like that it is changing where the honey is each time. That's kind of cool. I like that. So again, right, both of these pieces of code work. You could go with either one. Both are great. Bubble 8, I think, is another video.
This is a conditional block. The code inside a conditional block runs if a condition is true. In puzzles with conditionals, we might want to check a condition like,
why do the videos keep doing this today? So weird.
Condition like if path ahead. This code will only move forward if there is a path ahead. You can use conditionals in lots of different ways, like this or this. What if you want something else to happen if a condition is false? You can use an if-else block for that. This code will move forward if there is a path ahead. Otherwise, it will turn left. Your code will either move forward or turn left, but never both. This is helpful if you want your code to make decisions based on certain conditions. Here are some more ways you can use conditionals in if-else blocks.
So I'm going to pause this here and let's look at this code. If there is corn, then do pick up the corn. If there is not corn, then pick the pumpkin. What if there's not a pumpkin though, dude? All right. If the actor is in a happy mood, then say woohoo. If the actor is not in a happy mood, then set to a happy mood. Continue. Oh, 9. Sometimes a cloud covers a flower, sometimes it covers a honeycomb, as we have seen. Use the if-else block to collect nectar at flowers and make honey at honeycomb. Remember, if there is a flower, the bee only needs to get nectar once. If there is a honeycomb, the bee only needs to make honey once. Okay, so we're going to move forward twice. Well, let's put all of this in a repeat block, shall we? Move forward 2 times. And then we can put our if-else inside this. If at a flower, do get nectar. Otherwise, make honey. Oh, what did I do wrong? You can only make honey at honeycomb. What did I do wrong, man? Run again. Maybe flip these. I think I understand what's happening. So let's just do that. No. Okay, get nectar. Okay, it liked that. So let's run it again. Okay, let's try it again. Making sure this works. Because the conditional has to be tested multiple ways, multiple times. Okay. So it likes if you're moving forward twice. So move forward, nothing happens. Move forward. If it's a flower, then get the nectar. Or if at flower, do get nectar. Let's see if it works this way. So, Okay, so the order, ooh, whoa, what happened? I wasn't ready yet, man. Okay, run. So if you have honeycomb there, if you have honeycomb here, then in the do spot, it has to be what you do at honeycomb, else get nectar. If you have flower here, then get nectar needs to be in the do spot and make honey in the else spot for it to work correctly. Okay, cool. Debugging ourselves. Good stuff. Look carefully at the code below. What do you think will happen after you click run? Remember, there will only ever be one honeycomb or one flower behind each cloud. So repeat 3 times. Let's analyze this code. It's going to move forward, and then if add a flower, get nectar, else make honey. So that's correct because the flower is here. Get nectar is what you do at a flower. If it's not a flower, it's going to see the honeycomb and make honey instead. So, and it's going to repeat that 3 times. So it's going to do it here, it's going to do it here, and it's going to do it here because it's moving forward. So it'll go zoop, 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 running all of this code. All right, so let's look at our answer choices. The bee will get nectar at each flower and make honey at each honeycomb. The bee will try to get nectar from both flowers and honeycomb. The bee will try to get honey from both flowers. I think A is going to work. All right, and let's review the code. I want to see if it does. Okay, continue. Bubble 11. Challenge puzzle. Challenge puzzles are lessons designed to stretch your brain. Just do the best you can. I'm ready. All right, so we're trying to do this in 8 blocks. So he's going to... Okay, so he's got to go 1, 2, 3, turn right, but he's got to collect from either the honey or the flower that's going to be under the cloud, and then repeat it 3 times, 4 times. So repeat 4 times, and he needs to move forward 3 times. So inside this nested loop, move forward, and inside that, if add a flower, get nectar, else make honey. And he's going to turn left at the end of that, or turn right, sorry, at the end of that sequence. Run it. Uh-oh, what did we do wrong? You can only make honey at a honeycomb. Okay. What did I do wrong? Get nectar, flower, let's see. Maybe it likes it this way. No, it doesn't like it in this repeat for some reason. It doesn't like it in the repeat, bro. Don't know why. I'm going to pause and think on this for a second. All right, we're back. So it doesn't like this code. And the reason why is because it doesn't like to have these if-else statements in a nested loop for whatever reason. So we do have to have a nested loop here. So let's go ahead and grab 2 repeat blocks. And then in this one, it's going to be 3. And this one is going to be 4. 4 times in the big one because we've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And 3 times in the little one because we've got to go 1, 2, 3 moving forward. Then outside of this nested loop, but inside the big loop, that's repeating 4 times, we'll put our if-else statement. And it's get nectar, make honey. So if add a flower, do get nectar, else make honey. That should work, and then he needs to turn right. So let's run that. This is what I had before that wasn't working. So let's see if this works. Much better. Bubble 12. Collect all of the nectar or make all the honey. You can only collect nectar from flowers and make honey from honeycombs. Check any space to see if there is a flower or honeycomb. There will only ever be a flower or honeycomb behind each. So repeating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So moving forward 7 times, and within this still, if at a flower get nectar, else make honey. That should work. Awesome. Bubble 13. Final challenge. Conditionals can be helpful even when you know exactly what is in each spot. Collect all of the nectar and make all of the honey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be the same code that we ran last time. Move forward. If at a flower, get nectar, else make honey. And that's going to be it for that one, I'm pretty sure. Awesome. We did it. Continue. And if these challenges are showing up for you here, you can do those. If they're not showing up, don't worry about it. We are done with lesson 11. I hope you had a good time learning about if conditionals and if else conditionals. This was a really good lesson. It even challenged me some, so that was awesome. Hope you guys are having a good one. See you later.